You're listening to Empire of Rust, the first and greatest Transformers RPG podcast. Join the heroes of Cybertron as the last vestiges of Starscream's war take them to the far-flung colonies to defend the planet from distant threats and protect the Cybertronian Republic from the shadow of the Harmonium.
Welcome back to Empire of Rust, the first and greatest Transformers RPG podcast. And welcome, everyone, to episode 165. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, hooray.
For as long as we can be.
There's much rejoicing.
So I have another little interesting story. Not an AI story this time, but just I guess a bit of a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we're not generating stories by AI. We're not generating banter by AI yet. We're not desperate.
So back in the early 2000s, a company called Titan Books reprinted all of the 80s Marvel Transformers comics. And they went through like the whole series, all like 80 issues, and ended up making something like 16 books, like 16 like trade paperbacks out of it. It was the first time that they had been reprinted at all, so it was kind of a big deal back then. I had picked up a bunch of them. I think I was at 12 or 13, like of the 16. I almost had a full set of it, and of course the ones I was missing were the hardest ones to find. Fast forward a couple of years, like for some reason I stopped buying them. Probably just couldn't find them as easily. This was also like this was also before, like the Amazons and the eBays. I mean, eBay I think had started, but it was not as big as it was. So if your local comic store didn't carry it, the odds of you finding it were pretty minimal. Fast forward a couple of years, and they're sitting in a long box in my basement, and the basement floods. Unfortunately, they got wet, they got damaged. So like the idea of tracking them down. Well, first, the idea of trying to replace them to get a full set again, this was not appealing. And of course, the idea of buying like the last 3 or 4 that I needed to complete the set also felt just like I didn't want to do that.
Sure.
So they kind of just, I didn't want to throw them away. Like they were water damaged, but not so bad that I couldn't read them. They're just like, they're not collector's items anymore. Earlier this year, I was on eBay or on Amazon or something, and I found a book that reprinted some of the 80s comics, just like the Titan trades did. It was a hardcover book, like very nice, a beautiful artwork on it. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. I've never seen this before. So I take a look at it, and I find it's like volume 3 or 4 of that series. I had no idea that they actually did hardcovers of these. And I'm like, oh man, this looks really, really cool. So I do a bit more research, and I find that they actually did hardcovers of all 16 books. And I'm like, oh man, you know what? Like, I don't want to buy like the trade paperbacks like all over again, just because I already have them. But getting these hardcovers and like finishing up the set that way, that actually feels kind of appealing. So this took me on like this big rabbit hole of like looking through eBay, looking through Amazon, looking through like other like used booksellers to see if I can track some of this stuff down. And I gotta say, like I've actually had some success with it. Like I found 5 of them, and like, most of them I've gotten for less than the original price of the books too, which is fucking insane. But this is the kind of like the rabbit hole that I fall into. Like I'm trying to like locate and track down and find like all these books to try and get like a full set of these things. And it's surprisingly rewarding trying to find these and actually get them at a decent price.
Nice.
Fun and thrilling.
Nifty.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
It scratches that procurement itch. It's like, I didn't want it.
Consumerism.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've seen like all the stuff that I have in my place. So, yeah.
Sure.
Try to be reasonable with it, but
Life is very too short to be reasonable.
I mean, this is what I do, but with vintage pornography. So, I mean,
Sure.
It sounds so weird to say it like that. It's like, I'm a collector of vintage pornography. Like, what does?
Right.
Somebody has to be.
Am I just a pervert?
I mean, you're like a middle-aged pervert. You're not an old pervert.
Yes! Middle-aged pervert.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at my tome over there, the other one that we've talked about it. It's massive. I'm following a couple other Tom of Finland prints online. I was debating on buying a $3,000 original of Tom of Finland. I'm like, maybe I won't.
One of his original art prints, like one of the actual sketches you did?
It's probably a 3.5 by 5 small little print that he did. And not even print, original that he did, because his original stuff is, poster size. And I was like, yeah, that seems. His other stuff goes for like $200,000. His big paintings and everything like that. Like,
damn.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna, because that's too much. It's an investment in my future, but still too much at this current time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're really into the artist and the art style, it's like okay, I think I might have a bit of as petty as this sounds, I would have an issue with it, not because of the price, but because of the size.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You're not wrong. It is a small thing to say, like, that it costs so much money. It's less than about the size of a postcard for $3,000. So,
yeah.
And it's nothing even terribly erotic or anything like that. It's just, it's a cowboy that he drew. It's like, it's an original.
Yeah.
That's art. It's art is what's worth to you,
Right. Yeah.
And, but it's definitely art.
It's not a book set, which I also think is cool. When I get what you're saying. It's exciting because you had this collection, it got ruined, but then you found this collection again, but in better shape than your original, or in a different format, and you're like, well, why not? Go for it, get it.
I guess like one of the things I think about this sort of thing is like I have a lot of old comic books as well. And I opened them and I read them because when I read them and bought them, I read them to read them. And I feel that for me, something was kind of lost when I started looking at comics as things to read versus things to collect.
Yeah. Yep.
I found that I am overwhelmingly, like, I would rather read the story, which is why I don't buy original anything. Like, I'll buy a trade or I'll borrow a trade. I mean, shit, most of the stuff I read was I could get at the library. But I've never been like a collector, especially not to the caliber that you are.
Sure.
Like, as I say that, I got this whole wall of like gaming books in my head.
Yeah.
But those were like part of my upbringing, and they are well used. Like, like I open they're all cracked open and shit like that. But now again, with the nature of the digital age, like I remember when I was in high school, we would literally walk 2 miles from one house to the other carrying backpacks and milk crates full of old books on the off chance that we might need to look up something, because that's how we thought shit worked back then. And now I'm like, oh, I've got a flash drive that is technically obsolete now because who uses fucking flash drives? Like, that I keep in my backpack that has literally every Planescape and second edition book ever written,
And how often do you have to refer back to them?
Never. I mean, I never do. But I also have them all physically behind me if I ever wanted to. But it's like, I for years, I kept that around in my pocket just in case. Hey, what if we need to talk about Planescape and I haven't memorized it? No, never mind. That's never going to happen.
I collect certain things, although I don't collect comics really. But I'm very much like a user. I just picked up something from Humble Bundle, and it's essentially mid 2010s they released like the complete Peanuts collection, which is essentially
cool.
Every strip that was ever made. In like 2-year increments. So each one is like a hardcover book. And the entire set is just like, there's like 20 or 30 of them. And it's absolutely absurdly expensive to get all of them. even when they first came out, because those are hardcover books. They're going to be like $20 each,
Yeah.
So the Humble Bundle is like it included all those plus like another 15 hardcover books of other types for like $35. They're all PDFs instead of the real ones, But that way I get to read them all, This is like, okay, this is good enough for me, because there's no way in hell I'm going to ever get those hardcover books myself,
Sure.
My kids like peanuts, and I was buying them the hardcover books very slow rate. I probably could keep doing that for the rest of their lives and maybe never get the entire collection. So, but yeah, I mean, I do like accumulate. I do like collecting, but more like collecting to have a complete set of, but not the value of it, because I will collect just the digital stuff. If I want the comic books digitally, I'll just do the entire run, But obviously the digital ones have zero value. They have no value. I just have a copy of them now, Although I do have a slightly different mentality, just belonging to a certain age group, because I know how ephemeral digital stuff actually is. So
yeah,
having a copy of something means a little bit more than a lot of people realize, because a lot of stuff just can disappear just as easily as it appears these days.
Hey, that's the truth. I guess the moral then is just, like, collect what you want, read what you want, and if it brings you joy, it brings you joy, right?
Yeah. Like if I'm going to read Doctor Strange, I want every single comic book that was ever written on my computer. So I can go from number 1 to 500, if I want to.
Well, we just went from episodes 1 to 165 today, so let's get to it. All right, so last we left, all of you had just gotten to the ring, and you're all attached. You're all safe. You have all of the representatives, or I should say, you have Voxus and Accord and your ambassador there, Decentus. Lodestar and Ironlift have already left in the life pod that Rough and Tumble shoved them in, and they are heading towards the planet. But you have a ship heading in your direction, a small fighter that is peeled off from the larger group of the Black Block Consortium, and you can see that it is approaching the area where the explosion happened. And I imagine that you can tell that it's likely doing some scans and trying to just determine what happened and what's over here. So I'm gonna throw it to all of you. You're safe on the ring at the moment, and a ship is approaching.
Yes, the little bug in the back, Carapace.
Yeah. When you say, like, how little of a ship, are we talking like one of these things is actually smaller than us because these are actually fleshies that are flying in them? Or is this a ship that's so large that all of us could fit inside of it?
I think, let's see, you probably would have the most experience, I think, identifying a ship, just for your background. And I'll give you that it is likely a two-person fighter, or I should say a two-person, like, assault craft. But it looks like it is big enough to have, like, a small cargo bay and, like, a recharge slab inside. So all of you could fit inside. It'd be a bit of a tight fit. But
why would it have a recharge slab in it? If these are flesh people?
Oh, I'm sorry, not a recharge slab, like an actual, like, living space with beds and a bathroom.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now, when you come to say person, like, what size category are we talking about?
You're talking, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that the military species, like the soldiers of the Black Block Consortium, are actually about medium sized for a transformer. So, like, they would be the
Oh, I thought they were 3/4 the size of a medium size.
or 3/4 the size. Did I say 3/4 last time?
Yeah,
Yes.
because they were smaller. Like, because I was like, oh, they're up to about my knee.
1/8 to large,
So they're small size category.
but 1/9 the small of the large category.
I'd probably somewhere in between rough and tumble and spindrift.
That helps a great deal.
Yeah.
Listen, scale for Transformers is weird.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It is.
So,
So when you say a 2-person ship for effectively 2 small Transformers, like, that's not big enough to house us or me.
You can probably
That was
squeeze
nice
it.
knowing you. Sorry.
but
Oh no, I'm not worried about it. It's more of like I'm worried about, like, are we just fighting this thing and then just going our own way, or is this what we're commandeering and using to get to the planet? Because if we can't all fit in it, then we're going with the first option.
could we all fit in it and fly around?
That's the question I'm asking.
Theoretically.
It'd be a tight fit. You think it's possible, but it would certainly be a tight fit.
Okay.
Well, how about we take care of it, and if it's still functional when we're done, we can evaluate it.
Fair.
And if it isn't, and we're not any worse off than we were,
Hey.
Right.
maybe we try to hide. I guess.
So we're on this ring thing, and this is effectively one of the little mini space bridges that, like, was for the garbage. Is that
This
accurate?
So the ring is effectively like an electromagnetic like tunnel. It exists there to keep the trash that's moving down that chute. So it goes to the space bridge. So it goes through the space bridge.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is. It's effectively just like keeping things that move through it in a straight line.
Okay, so it's one of the bumpers that feeds it into the garbage chute.
Exactly.
It's like a pipe without actually a pipe being there.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's one of many. Like, you know, like there would be like a bunch of these.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The nearest one would be like hundreds of feet away, probably like miles away. But yeah, like there would be a whole bunch there.
Okay.
Carapace, you have your illusion projector?
I was just going to say that.
Maybe
yeah,
I should
so I was gonna say
transform,
we all.
cover us all up, and you can project illusion over all of us.
Yeah, that's probably the simplest thing. If we just want to let this thing pass,
And then we can,
and if it gets too close, then we blow it out of the.
and then I can
space.
do some better scanning too.
Yeah.
Alright. Magnum will transform and basically absorb everybody. Full size, and Carapace will, I guess, do an illusion projection of us as a inoffensive piece.
Just a continuation of the surface.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. You don't need to roll anything for that. It's just activate, right?
I do it, and then if they interact with it, they get a will saving throw against it. But if they don't have an interaction with it, then it's hard to do anything with it.
Okay. So you cloak Magnum, and it looks like nothing is there. The ship approaches the tunnel. Looks like they're scanning, and also Magnum, like as you're. That's actually a good thing. A good question. Do you think that Magnum, if you were doing an active scan and like trying to, keep an eye on them, would that break the cloak?
It would probably. I mean, depending on the energy source that he's doing the scan with, those things are like you can often say, "Oh, they're scanning us." Like somehow they know. So, if at best, I would say it would make them be like, "Wait, why is this piece of debris scanning us?" Like it wouldn't necessarily. Like, I can see through the illusion. It just would make them skeptical.
There's a passive scan and there's active scan. Like I can, just sensors can just absorb all the radiation that's coming in, And if he can detect that they're scanning us, he certainly will try not to put out any radiation like that. I mean, he's a sensor base, so he knows how it works. Now, if he doesn't realize they're scanning him, because he may not, if he doesn't pick up on the fact, he might accidentally scan them while they're scanning him, and they would be more likely to notice at that point. So it's always a risk doing an active scan. You can get more information, but if they're not paying attention, doing an active scan, you're basically admitting something. It's very hard to notice a passive scan because it's just absorbing stuff. So I know you'd have to sort of rule like what kind of perception, what kind of information you get from each one, because it really isn't terribly defined. So
all right, and so then let me ask: Are you doing passive or active?
Well, I would start with passive to try to just do a perception of a passive, because I want to just see what they're doing, because I want to be able to tell what they're doing. If I can tell if they're paying attention to us or not. Because you don't want to poke. You don't want to try to get their attention if they're paying too much, if they're looking too closely at you.
Okay.
So that is how is it today? 29.
All right. So the stuff you can tell right away here is they are conducting some scans. They are scanning the debris that is kind of around the shaft, and they proceed to the end of the shaft, looking for where the space bridge used to be, and you can see them as they fly around. Scan that. They do move off and scan the actual the bridge that has kind of spun away, before coming back and doing another pass over the area. It doesn't look like they're focusing on the rings specifically. It looks like they're trying to find or scan as much debris as possible to see, probably to find out what caused the space bridge to go down.
So he can pick up their scanners, like what they're actually scanning?
Yeah, they're scanning for effectively for energy signatures. But you also see that they're not directing it towards the rings. They're directing it towards all the stuff around it.
So he'd like to do a more active scan, like essentially when their backs are turned away.
That's fair. Okay.
Which is still risky, but that's how it works. So.
Do any of us happen to know the language of this place? Like when Starscream was talking to them, was he speaking in their language, or was he speaking in Cybertron?
Yeah, I imagine that there is a galactic common, just a common language that all interstellar species can communicate with each other. Primarily, all of you are going to be communicating in Cybertronian, because that's
it's our native. Yeah.
Space common, Spomman.
Yep. But yeah,
it's the ball weep, grotna weep, nitty bone shit.
Right.
Okay.
So I do imagine that there is a common, and it might be a situation where it's not a very technical language. It's just to communicate intent and everything.
It's like Esperanto. It's simple. You don't write poetry in it, but it gets the point across.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. What was your roll? You said, Matt?
I got a 36.
So it doesn't look like they are reacting to your scan.
Okay.
And
that's nice. Can I get any information from the scan? Because it wasn't just a test to see if I could poke them and get away with it.
You just pinged them. You want to know if they got back to?
Hey assholes, you missed us.
This is it's a long range scout vessel. It has 2 beings on board. 2 forward-facing weapons, nothing rear-facing, and it does have a. You think that the best weak point is a cargo bay door in the back, you imagine that it has like sensors like all around it, so it could, see your approach. But if you're looking to get in just as quickly as possible, the rear cargo hatch would probably be the best bet.
If it was to be attacked instead of an assault, instead of an attack, an attack instead of an assault, what might be the most vulnerable? Is it where's the power plant reference? Like from the outside, can we at least get an idea? Like if we're going to shoot it to disable it, can we get some tactical advantage there? And can we get some information about the computer and how we can, if there's any way to access it? Oh, an ASREV. Right.
Since you did the scan for it, I actually put all of you on the map with this fighter. You think that as far as computer access, this is still a military vessel, so if you want access, you would likely have to plug in directly. It would be extraordinarily difficult to try and hack it, just because it is going to be hardened against this kind of stuff. And as you can see, the engines are off of the main cabin of the ship to the left and right. You would think that those are likely going to be pretty vulnerable spots on it, and yeah. And crew complement, life forms? 2.
All right. Okay, well, I will relay all that information, and I'll project a schematic on the wall for these guys to see inside. Meanwhile, I will be doing healing on anyone who actually has hit point damage to get them back up to full hit points in the med bay.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can restore stamina if we want. Otherwise, people can take their 10-minute rests. Please recharge your batteries. Please change your batteries. Reload your ammo. We have a wet bar. Cigarettes are in the machine.
Did you install the ice energon?
Yeah. Just
the ice energon.
Yeah, look behind. Look
behind.
It's behind the chocolate fountain.
Oh wow! Pinball machine? Oh my god!
Turn left at the pinball machine. Yeah.
I forget how big you are, actually. Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's as big as I am a casino.
So as you're doing all this, and as you're doing the healing and scanning everything, you can see that the fighter here is looks like it's making like one last kind of like outward pass for it. So it is starting to move off or move away from you folks. If there is anything you want to do to it, you think now is the time. Otherwise, it is going to move out of range soon.
Do we want to get onto this thing? Like, my instinct is this is not appropriate for our needs.
Yeah, probably not. As fun as it would be.
Also huge.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just safer to just let it go. They didn't see us. Yeah.
Especially since we have the ambassadors with us. Just unnecessary risks.
The biggest problem is that we are in space. We are very slow, as we have learned to our cost.
Right. But we have resources at our disposal. But before we do that, I would like to ask the now conscious ambassadors, you guys plan for shit like this. In the case of a global emergency, what do you guys do? Like, where's the consolidation of your power? Like, where's the bunker that you bring your leaders to?
Each critical section of the planet is going to have its own defense field. Our central military outpost, not the presidential palace, oh man, I forget what I called it. The palace that that you guys had the big soiree in. There'll be a shield over that city. Each of the critical infrastructure places are going to have its own defense grid. I think each section is going to default to its own protection, because we don't have a planetary defense shield or a planetary defense evacuation plan, because there's never been anything out here to cause us a threat. So with that in mind, the leadership of the Harmonium likely is still in the Citadel and is protected behind one of the strongest force fields on the planet. Same thing with our main military operation. And from what I understand, the main military buildings are primarily underground, so they may have survived. But just look at what's happening to the planet. Like, large chunks of it have been destroyed already. This is beyond any planning. This is beyond any kind of assault. Is this what your enemies do? Is this? Did you bring this here? Are these? Do you know of this race, this group, this organization?
I think we know who they are, but they're not our allies. Like, they're just something we know of in the same way that we knew of you conceptually, but you're not an enemy or an ally.
Who are they?
They're a big old space empire. I don't know why they came here, but they're pretty far. They're pretty darn far away from you. So, but I mean, they're big players. They have a huge territory, which you're seeing why this is throwing so many. Obviously, they have a lot of resources. So, yeah.
Planning is no longer serving you. It's time to react, and that's what my people do. What is the play? What would your people do? Like, do you want to go back to the planet, or do you want to float up here forever?
Well, I certainly don't want to float up here forever. Our energon will eventually run out.
So where do you want to go?
If we get down to the planet, there may be the Harmonium's leadership may have come up with a plan, may have come up with something that can stop this assault. But I wish I could say more, but I simply don't have the military experience that someone like Ironlift did.
Well,
sure.
I do find it very strange that this happens days after we come in contact with you.
And believe me,
now coincidences abound around us. It's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, this sort of thing happens all the time.
All the time? How many planets have you destroyed?
No, I mean, that's sort of new to us, but but you should see when we go to the shops. I mean, man. We had to save the city 3 times just trying to go out for groceries.
I mean, if we want to try and get back down to the planet, like I'm all for that. I don't want to stay up here for the rest of my life, but you can see that these forces, like who are they again? You said you know them?
The Black Bloc Consortium. They're biological purists. They're a large empire. They have hundreds of systems under their control. They're bigger than the Cybertronian Empire, because unfortunately. However,
stand organics.
Yeah. Hear you there.
You should have wiped them out again.
This isn't helping. There's a closet over there. You can scream if you want. It's the scream closet, okay? The tantrum room, if you want. It's soundproof.
Voxus goes in the tantrum room.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh, man. You guys don't want to know.
I know this is like an impossible situation, but are there 1 million ships in the sky right now? like are literally like is the entire world completely bombarded, or are there like actual shields protecting specific areas? Like, what is the level of destruction? Are we talking like only 1% is left, or is it decimated as of now?
So there are thousands of ships in orbit around the planet, and you can see that the BBC brought.
But are there 1,000, or are there 5,000? Like, because one is 1 million and one is not.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say like less than 10,000, but like 5,000 to 10,000 ships, certainly. So there's a significant amount, and you can see that like the line of ships goes around the planet, so you can assume that they're surrounding it. And what you're seeing on like this side, the same thing is probably happening on the other side too.
Right.
And when you look down at the actual planets. Well, maybe it might just be Magnum and Spindrift that are able to see this, but you can see that there are defense fields over some areas, and I think you can put two and two together too. Like as you left the planet last time, what he's saying is correct. Like there's a shield over like the Citadel where like the main city was. There's a shield over this like kind of section like off out of the middle of nowhere that you might assume is a military base or some kind of power generation. There's another one kind of off to the side there. So there's a few scattered protected areas. And as you can imagine, the BBC is focusing their fire on those sections. But you can see like large areas of destruction and like scarring and like, as you said, decimation in like across the entire planet. So if this assault continues for even another couple of hours, you can easily assume that the only places that will be left are the shielded ones, assuming the shield holds.
Okay. So are we talking like many, many nukes? Or are they like forcing asteroids to come down and we're doing planetary bombardment? Like, are they causing tectonic instability and are making earthquakes? Like, like I don't know what their capabilities are. So from like, is the planet cracking in half?
Not that bad yet. But
okay.
Based on what you're seeing, it could go that road.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I open up my sort of communications sensors and sort of try to pick up all the ambient communications and try to just wideband it and just sort of try to gather as much and sort of start building a bigger picture of this situation. And
is there a main ship? Is there like a command vessel that's like, it's bigger and blacker and consortium and more than the others?
More consortium-y.
So to answer that question, I think, Magnum, you're going to have to do like a longer scan and actually take the time to observe some of this stuff.
Yeah,
because just the sheer volume that you have going on.
Yeah, it has to be a longer time, and I have to decrypt stuff, so it just has to be a time spent observing. And I'll just do it while we're doing everything else.
Okay.
And right now, I'm just sitting here right now.
My thought, at least initially, is that we do need to get down to the planet, but we need to first get into atmosphere, because right now we're in proper space. Could the smart people in the group modify this repulsor thing to kind of push us down into the Earth's orbit, or the planet's orbit, so that we can actually, and hopefully in the direction towards the Citadel, because we're going to want to talk to the powers that be just so we can maximize the resources that we will have available.
Yep, you can do that. You can do that.
Cool.
You just need a glue gun and a repulsor gun. I guess, can Pythagoras do an engineering roll to determine whether it would be easier to modify a repulsor, modify the whatever they call that silly thing, the singularity cannon, or just to build something new?
So you say modify, but like, what do the singularity cannon will push or move you in a direction. So I mean, really, all you need to do is just keep on shooting it, and you will move, albeit a bit slowly.
Essentially, I modify it though, so I attach it to the bottom. which is easy enough,
Sure.
and then B, wire it up so I can turn it on so it just keeps going.
I mean, this thing already is like a very large repulsor, so like we just need to reconfigure the vessel so that instead of it just being this broadband, like maintaining a field, it's more specific, so we can kind of control where we fall.
Yeah, exactly. I need to focus it, because if I just do it the way it is, I'm gonna pummel myself as we go down, and it's and just one burst at a time is not ideal. We need some control.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an engineering to go ahead and do that. And if anyone is good at engineering and want to assist,
I'm not good, but I'll assist. I got an 11, so I would add 2.
You?
Yeah, rough adds +4.
Okay, Zyrus got a 43.
Yeah. So I set that as challenging, just because you have the time to do it. It's just it's tough to do, but you have the time to do it. You're not like on the clock kind of thing. And yeah, 43 certainly will blow past that DC. So yeah, you managed to install your singularity gun like in your base and kind of set it up so that it just keeps on pushing outwards, and it redirects, like the way you installed it. It redirects all the energy outwards versus having anything push up against it. So okay.
He's also going to build some jump jets. He's going to build 4 jump jets and attach them at the corners. That should only take a couple hours. They shouldn't need a roll for that, since it's item level 2.
Okay.
And he is probably the only thing I need to roll for is to wire those things up to give me maneuverability of those things on the 4 corners.
Yeah. So, if it's item 2, level 2, then yeah. Okay. Cool. This is something we haven't really done before too. Like actually building stuff, kind of like as it goes along.
Yeah, with his engineering ability essentially, and you don't usually roll for crafting if it's just basic. If it's just anything that already has an item level, you just have to have a certain skill level, and the UPBs or whatever.
Now, tell me how long it takes to make this.
I think typically it's something like it's an hour per level of the thing, but then for every 5 that you defeat the DC to make it by, you like have the time or something along those lines. So if it's a second level item, it would take about 2 hours to make, but if he beats it by 20, it would be a 16th of that time.
Essentially, yeah.
I think that's like the sum of it, if I recall correctly.
What are Spindrift and Rough and Tumble doing while Pythagoras, Gumshoe, and Carapace are getting jump jets installed?
Oh, I figured they were working on the engineering as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All hands on deck kind of thing.
Okay.
Happy to use the graviton pistol as well if that will help, but just as a side effect. But if we can get away with not consuming it, that would be great.
So the base time is 4 hours. If your skill exceeds that by 5, it's by half. If your skill exceeds that by 10, it's by quarter.
Yeah, so that you have the time each time.
And then I'm also a master crafter. I think cuts it in half too. So master crafter cuts it in half. So
what about you, Spindrift? While all this is happening, what are you up to?
Just hanging around. I can't help but still.
Grabbing some Energize.
Yeah, right.
Maybe trying a cigarette or a cigar for the first time.
A cigar.
It looks like, as far as I can tell, it'd be 30 minutes per jump jet, based on his skill and his feet.
Okay.
All right. So that'll take 2 hours, and while that time is going, Magnum will be sucking up radio information. And actually, we need.
Are you sending that radio information to us, or is it just to you?
I'm absorbing it, but if you want it, it's available. You can punch it up on the screen so you guys can access it.
Yeah, maybe I can go
computers.
through that, study that while it's going on.
Excellent.
Anyone with innate knowledge of piloting or something, anything like that, we need a vector, to be able to re-enter, basically fly into this down to the planet. We need a course, So we need a direction we're going to point. I mean, we just point ourselves at the planet and go, but that's not ideal. So if someone.
I have no skill as a pilot, so that's not a thing. If we
rough and tumble are basically the same.
If we happen to just fall towards the planet, I can get us safely to the ground. But if we can fall towards a location that we're trying to get to and not be a continent in the way, that would probably be better.
That's the trick. So, it's surprisingly difficult to fall to a planet from orbit, and it's especially difficult to land where you want to, if you can get there. Because it's incredibly difficult to stay in orbit. So once you're there, getting out of it is actually. So I guess Pythagoras can, once he's fixed, if no one else can work on it, he can work on that afterwards, I guess. But although if I have Spindrift looking through the radio data, Magnum can use the computer to try to do a vector. Although he's not very good at it, but he is a computer. So.
Yeah, use that. Ours is pretty crappy. We don't have much confidence in our
how about these ambassadors? This is their planet. They know the geography. Yeah. Give us a hand here. What would our landing vector be if we were going to land somewhere that they would prefer to land? I mean, they probably do this all. They probably land all the time, even if they have someone else flying the ship.
We'll come back to that 1 second. I do want to jump to Mike. So Spindrift, Magnum is feeding you all of the information that is coming in, and it looks like he's just kind of letting you look through and try to determine what's going on. So first, I want you to give me a perception check.
For what?
He's not just gonna do it. You have to give him a reason.
I was gonna say
just because you're the
I have. It's a lower roll, so I don't know if it would lower the DC, but I have profession communications as well.
You do actually, right? From Nico, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely roll that.
He's still screaming inside of your head.
Yep. Cool. I did a 14 because I rolled a 1.
You really are trying to hamstring.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything with that one. You can roll perception and try to see if you can pick something else out of this data.
How about a 30?
Nico is just too upset. Even reducing the DC is I can't fucking give you that.
Yeah, no, not with a 1.
All right, so Nico's like yelling in your head and is actually distracting you versus helping you. So as you're looking through the scans, you can see kind of what I said before. Like thousands of capital ships, fighters, assault craft. You can plainly see that there's no landing craft going down to the surface, though. They have no interest in taking it over. It seems like the only interest they have is just annihilation.
Okay.
Which works with their philosophy and what you've already learned. There is... each of the capital ships has a kind of directed energy weapon, like a directed beam weapon that is heading down as they're firing upon the planet. Some are just doing a grid pattern over the entire thing, just hitting as many population areas as they can, cutting off any power generation, cutting off any transportation, something like that. You can see them targeting things to make certain to keep everyone in a particular spot, so they're not trying to flee or anything like that.
Okay.
The larger capital ships are targeting the shielded areas on the planet. So you're seeing 3 domes on this side of the planet. The first you can recognize is the capital. It's the citadel that you came from when you left the planet. The other one And I think you might even be able to get part of this as you're looking through the communication, looking through like all the radio traffic from them. It's a place called Principal. It's the central control node for the Harmonium, like the central like data network. It's a central distribution hub for like power and communications. And the third place is a spot called Aris 1. It's the primary military fortification. It's like a port and a command post. So that is the spaceport that you saw. And as also up in orbit around the planet, kind of a distance away from the actual surface itself, there is a very large ship that does not look like something else that the BBC has. It's a little hard to tell what it is. Again, just because it's unlike any other ships that are there. But it does stand out as interesting because it's different.
Is it also firing?
It is not.
We need to get on that ship.
You and whomever you share this information with can make a mysticism check.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share it all with everyone. See if any of the other people know what this ship is. Like maybe it's one of their ships or something, but I doubt it since it's not firing.
We do not have time for your fucking mumbo jumbo. That's my contribution with my 0 ranks in mysticism.
35.
It is a Titan. Kind of like Metroplex, Metro Titan, like the enormous ships that the enormous Transformer ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the ship that's in orbit.
That is the big one in orbit that is not firing.
That is from the Black Consortium. Are there any markings that a learned mystical scholar would allow them to determine which Titan it is?
That is a great question. Before I give you that, though,
it's a big old middle finger pointing at Cybertron or something.
Well, they probably enslaved a Titan. That's awesome. Terrible, but awesome.
So before I give you that, I assume that as soon as you notice this, you kind of focus in on it, and it is wrecked. It looks like it has been destroyed and then pieced back together. If you were to make a guess, you would say that it is likely dead.
So they literally killed a symbol of their power and are wielding it as a ship to kind of break morale.
I mean, that would be a character.
They get a lot of
So,
from it too.
Are you saying I can raise it?
You make it explode.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, so let's start building that mystical amplifier for you there, Spindler.
Right?
Yeah. Oh. I have ideas.
Yes, we must raise that thing. We must.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh my god, the explosion of that thing when you tell it to detonate.
That one.
And that would work along well with my other ideas. This is
no.
great. I love this. I love this. Are you able to communicate with anybody down on the planet? Like, are they being did anyone out there? Blah blah blah. Are they sending out, or is all communication severed? Can you communicate with anybody? Either the floating spaceship, one of those 3 cities. Because if we could just talk to somebody, they might be able to give us a trajectory to get into their place. So that way, none of us, because we're all bad at piloting, apparently.
Sweet Spot was the one who was good at piloting.
Yeah. Or are all communications between, because we could be hey, we've got your guys here. We want to bring them home safe. What are you going to do?
I don't know if we want to communicate with the Black Block ship.
No. This is all Harmonium.
Sure.
Oh.
You think that with Magnum skills, you could force a communication through, but I think Magnum, you would also know that if you did, it might reveal your position.
Do it. No, don't do it.
That's an awesome risk I'm willing to take.
Well, I mean, if you want me to, I'll do it.
I mean, like, I just feel like we're floating up here for a long time, and I don't know how long this planet has.
Yeah.
And you can see the destruction get worse as you're putting your jump jets together, getting the singularity gun in there, analyzing all of the space field on here.
The DM's putting in the boot about it too, so.
Am I?
Yeah, he's reminding us that we're letting them die while we do this.
Oh, I'm so much more motivated to move faster.
Tea break?
Well, at least we need to be ready to move. We need to be ready to move if we're going to communicate. So, are modifications ready to jet?
Yeah, I'll say so.
All right, then. Get some driving, guys. Good luck. I will communicate, try to directly communicate with the citadel down there. It's like, I will try to, well, ambassador guys, give me your ambassadorial codes.
And yeah, so they'll try to help you communicate with someone. Voxus recommends that you contact Archon Fraxis, the head of the Religious Order. Accord recommends that you contact Prime Arbiter Cortex. Like, these are the people who are effectively their direct superiors.
All right.
Do you want to contact one of them?
Give me the codes. Give me the codes now.
Yeah, they will.
All right. Contacting Colonel Sheriff Ironlift. Please come in, Colonel Sheriff Ironlift, on an encrypted diplomatic, really cool channel. This is important. Hello, this is the USS Big Cube floating in space. We need to communicate immediately.
Okay, you contact Ironlift in the escape shuttle that came from your ship.
Oh dear. Hi. Nice to see you. How you doing?
This is Ironlift. Who's this? Magnum, is that you?
Yes, the test frequency works. All right, Ironlift. We need to coordinate descent into the planet. Now, can you recommend an entrance vector into, because these fools over here on this side of this ship, I'm the ship. I gotta get used to that. No, these fools over here have no idea how to land the ship. Neither do I, so I guess I'm a fool. Ship of fools.
Landing won't be the problem.
Oh, yeah.
You're heading down to the planet?
Yes, I think we should both do it. Can we rendezvous? And where are you? Because you were headed to the planet last I knew, right?
Yeah, and now that you're actually communicating back and forth between the two of you, you can pinpoint his location, and he is actually just outside. Those two are just outside of orbit. It's taken this long, with maneuvering thrusters, to get to the atmosphere.
All right. Stand
so
by.
They're about to start making landfall.
Well, where are you going?
We're gonna head to the Aris 1. We're gonna head to the main military fort.
All right.
You should go there.
We should go with you.
Why aren't you going there? Come on.
Because we don't live there, and these two fools who are on the ship have no idea how to get there, apparently. So we're going to go with you. So hang tight. Wish us luck. I'm going to kick in the repulsor full force and head in their direction.
Okay.
So, despite all my efforts, I am actually a mobile object after all this time. I finally strapped rockets onto this thing, and I've been trying to remain an animate object, and it has failed. So
you're talking about the whole ring, right?
Oh, we got the whole ring? How big is it?
I thought that's
I was under the impression that you were putting it on yourself.
I strapped it onto Magnum. We don't need the whole ring. That thing's huge.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's a huge energy source that, like, we could literally just go push us in this direction, and it will shoot us towards the planet. That's what I thought we've been doing this whole time. I didn't realize it was on.
I don't think one little singularity cannon can push something that big.
Right, and you would reconfigure the entire device, whose sole purpose is to repulse things, to push it.
Oh.
That's what I thought you guys have been doing.
Sorry, I just glued a repulsor cannon underneath the undercarriage.
Okay, wait, we'll work with that.
We got it. Don't worry.
We'll work with that.
Sorry to be a disappointment, but hopefully this is hopefully this is sufficiently amusing to make up for it.
Yes, it'll be a great story to tell my progeny.
So this big block is flying through space, attempting to rendezvous with the escape shuttle. So
Okay.
all right, so I'm gonna shadow or follow their vector, but give them plenty of space because I also don't want to knock them out of the sky. So I'm under no delusions about my piloting ability. So
Okay.
but since that's where they're going, that's where we'll go.
So you launch yourself off from the ring and start going as fast as possible towards the planet. You can see that your communication has been intercepted by the BBC and ships are moving to intercept. But it looks like you are probably moving fast enough that you're going to be able to avoid the worst of it.
Hopefully they're like, what the hell is that?
Right.
A quickie mart is falling into the planet.
High or low, good for you, Magnum.
Hi.
All right, so that's one. And then let's go with two more. High or low, good for you for these two.
Always high.
Always high. All right. That one's a low. And that one's also a low. Okay.
The lowest, you might say.
Yeah, yep.
Hey, did I get 3 lows?
You got one high and 2 lows.
Oh boy, this is gonna be very entertaining.
You start shooting towards the planet, and you have to pass through this field of ships. Now, you took enough scans, so you managed to avoid all of the capital ships. So they're off on the sides there. It looks like some of them are like kind of trying to turn and get their weapons to bear, but you're too small, moving too fast, and you're going to get through that. However, you notice that 3 ships start to maneuver towards you. One of them looks like it is, it's kind of like, it's a little confused as to what you are first, and then kind of like shoots past it before it can really do anything. You see it pull its engines to bear, but you've already shot past. Second one, kind of the same thing too. Kind of shoots in, it tries to turn, takes just a shot off on you, but goes wide. The third one, though, as you're approaching the atmosphere, does see that something is moving a lot faster than it should be, and brings its weapons to bear against you.
No, it's shooting bears.
Natty 18. That is going to be 34, 35.
Do your worst. Actually, don't
really
do your
shitty damage. 30 damage coming at you.
No,
As a pair of shots come towards you.
Note, that could have been 120 damage. Just as I can infer from numbers.
We're inside, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So as the Magnum ship is kind of like starting to shake as you're hitting the outer edges of the atmosphere, you feel this kind of like big impact as 2 shots hit you.
I was going to say, can I project illusion over our falling Magnum that makes it look like it was destroyed, and then it's just now tumbling, kind of free falling.
Yeah, absolutely. Might prevent any other ones or any other ships from noticing you then. So yeah, the impact happens, boom, and knocks you around a little bit. And you put your cloaking field up, or your illusion field up.
Awesome.
All right, so let me ask you, Matt. Just a question between friends here. Do you want to get down there quickly or safely?
Oh, come on, Hey, Carapace said he can land us, so let's do it quickly. I trust Carapace.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You needlessly plunge into the atmosphere. The atmospheric friction immediately lights up your outer form as you start taking fire damage. And inside, you can feel like Magnum all shaking around like a bad episode of Star Trek.
Oh, you guys might have actually don't have seatbelts. I'm sorry.
The vending
That's an oversight.
The vending machine falls over, scatters cigarettes all over the floor.
Damn it! There's ice creams in the fridge, guys.
The energized machine blows up and catches on fire.
Ah! My fire. That was cold.
You start taking fire damage. You're going to be taking 3d6 fire damage every round. And it is going to take you 30 rounds to get down through the atmosphere.
That's 96 damage.
Right, but
No, it's not 90.
It's each
damage.
round,
It's
though.
36 damage every round.
So-
I don't think that can even hurt.
it might, yeah. Like it might not. What is your hardness and your resistances gonna do with how much is it max for you?
DR 10, hardness 12. So I'm going to take, if it's energy damage, at minimum, I'm going to take 22 right off the top.
Okay. And again, that's 3d6 per round. So
Max out at 18.
Max is out at 18. So for those 30 rounds, those 5 minutes as you are diving through the atmosphere, the fire just lighting up your entire skin. All of that gets absorbed into your shield generators and into your skin, protecting all of the bots inside your body.
Wow.
Takes a full 5 minutes to go all the way through. But after those 5 minutes, you clear the friction part of the atmosphere, and now you are in free fall, 2 miles up, heading down to the planet.
Woot!
And we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Meteoric entry for the
From
win.
the secret files of Teletran 1, Empire of Rust is written and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Detective Magnum and his partners Pythagoras and Gumshoe are played by Matthew G. The Yukar and Fateweaver, Spindrift, is played by Mike M. Carapace, the Beast Warrior of Primitive Yukaris, is played by Patrick Finn. And the Division Brawlers, Rough and Tumble, are played by Kevin Carlson. Additional characters are played by Michael Ordway, Brandon Willett, and Charlotte Chapman. Empire of Rust is supported by the humans and networks of Planet Earth, whose online networks provide access to libraries of sound effects and music, such as Storyblocks, Zapsplat, Blue Zone, Pixabay, and Dark Fantasy Studios. We are distributed by the Transmissions Podcast Network. Stay up to date with all the latest news and reviews in the world of the Transformers by going to transmissionspodcast.com or searching for Transmissions wherever you get podcasts. You can communicate with the heroes of Cybertron by joining us on the Transmissions Discord channel. There you can discuss episodes, talk to the cast, and download the rule set used in Empire of Rust. Teletran 1, signing off.